The United States has the largest economy in the world, but it also carries one of the largest debts in human history. Every year, trillions of dollars move through the system. But here's the real question. Who actually benefits? This is not about politics. This is about money. Your money. To understand the system, we need to follow the flow. Your money. To understand the system, we need to follow the flow. Every financial system creates winners and losers. Money doesn't disappear. It moves. From millions of people to a much smaller group at the top. So before we talk about debt or inflation, you need to see the engine behind it. America built a financial machine where money flows to the system owners. Banks lend, markets grow, corporations scale, and wealth rises, mostly for those at the top of the chain. People think the goal is to earn money, but the real power is to control where money goes. Because in the US economy, the flow matters more than the chase. Behind every giant system, there are countless small forces holding it up. The US financial machine looks powerful from the top, but the real engine runs beneath taxpayers, workers, consumers, and everyday decisions that keep money flowing. When the bottom moves, the whole system shifts. That's the unseen truth of economic power. The United States isn't funded by luck, it's funded by law. Taxes are the main source of US federal income. Every purchase adds sales tax, and corporations pay their share through corporate tax, at least on paper. In 2024, US federal tax revenue reached over $4.4 trillion, forming the backbone of the national budget. These funds power defense, public services, and interest payments on national debt. Yet the structure favors those at the top, where deductions, loopholes, and policy influence reshape who pays what. The real story of American finance begins here, with tax flowing upward. If taxes feed the system, banks are the pump. American banks do more than hold money they created. When a bank issues a loan, it doesn't pull cash from a vault, it expands the money supply. This process fuels markets, funds mortgages, and underwrites business growth. But with that power comes risk. In 2008, unchecked lending triggered the largest financial collapse in modern history. Regulators stepped in, reforms were made, yet the core system remains dependent on credit expansion. Banks stand between savers and borrowers, deciding who gets access and at what cost. Understanding their role is key to seeing how finance truly works. Money in America doesn't stay local, it goes global. The US dollar is the world's most traded currency, dominating global reserves and international transactions. When America prints, lends, or shifts rates, the effects ripple across borders. The euro, yen, pound, and other currencies react in turn, rising or falling against the dollar's gravitational pull. This global demand strengthens US financial leverage, allowing it to borrow cheaper, influence markets, and control economic tempo worldwide. In this system, money isn't just wealth, it's a tool of global power. Debt isn't just a number, it's a burden carried by a nation. The United States government runs on borrowed money. Every year, Washington spends more than it collects, and the difference becomes debt held by the public and foreign creditors alike. In times of crisis, borrowing can stabilize markets, but over time, debt grows faster than income. Interest payments become a permanent drain, forcing budgets to prioritize lenders over citizens' needs. Trillions in liability don't disappear, they shape policy, constrain growth, and shift power toward those who hold the notes. In this system, we borrow today becomes influence tomorrow. America's finance isn't held by one pillar, it's held by pressure. The nation carries debt like weight on its shoulders. When the load grows too heavy, the government raises the debt ceiling not to reduce the debt, but to delay the fall. Each increase buys time, keeps the system running, and calms markets temporarily. But outside the halls of policy, money moves like a storm. The US dollar pulls global capital into its vortex, spinning currencies and shaking economic balance. Debt creates the weight, debt ceiling delays the brake, and the dollar storm decides the direction. America's wealth isn't just earned, it's positioned. At the center of global finance stands the US dollar, the anchor of international trade and reserve currency dominance. Individuals in the system rise not merely by income, but by ownership, homes, assets, and market exposure. The charts move upward, but momentum favors those already standing in the stream of capital. Currency strength fuels asset growth. Asset growth reinforces wealth, and wealth amplifies leverage. In America's financial story, standing still isn't stagnation, it's strategy if you're standing on assets. In this system, money doesn't just control markets. It controls decisions, power, and who gets ahead. And most people never realize they're playing a game designed by others. From the outside, it looks like growth. Charts go up, numbers look stronger. But growth for the system doesn't always mean growth for the people. This system was never built for everyone to win. It was built to look fair, while rewarding those who understand it. Most people spend their lives working harder. A few spend their lives learning how the system actually works. If you want to understand money, power, and the system behind it, stay curious and stay aware.